Kit Kats Can Read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing you my July book haul. So the very beginning of July already, and today is like the 4th of July, and I did go a little bit mental as soon as I got paid, and as a little bit of retail therapy because I really honestly wasn't having the best few days. It really wasn't good. So I ended up going on to Facebook and some second-hand book pages, and I ended up getting some books. I did trade some and I did purchase some. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you the books that I've got. So this first book is actually a finished copy of a book that I have read and really enjoyed. I'm getting rid of the ARC edition, and now that I have the finished copy in my hands, I'm really happy that I have it, because this is definitely one of my favourite books that I've read this year so far. And that is Letters to the Lost by Brigid Kemmerer. As you can see, this is a very yellow book, and it's the finished cover edition. This isn't the blue one though, there is a blue one, but I kind of like this one, that it's very yellow and it looks really awesome. So I love this book so much, and I'm so glad that I have a finished copy of this one. So really I'm just simply replacing a book that I own just by replacing the ARC edition. This next physical book I originally did have, but I had it as an ARC and then I sent it away to somebody. I kind of wish that I still had it because the ARC had like my name on the front cover and I really liked that. However, I've now got the finished cover edition, and that is Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. And I really want to reread this pretty soon actually, because I read this when it first came out. In fact, actually I think I read it before the release and I really did enjoy it, and I love the movie so much, so I then re-got this book. So again, another book that I've already read that I would like to reread. This next book that I got from Facebook is As I Descended by Robin Talley. I keep seeing this book and I'm just like really kind of want it, and now I've actually finally got this book, so I'm really happy that I managed to get it. This book's actually in really good condition, so I'm very surprised. So I'm very happy that I have this very book right here. This next book release is a sequel to a book that I got last month, and this one is The Flame Never Dies by Rachel Vincent. Now I haven't read the first book, but I needed a third book to sort of make up the package, and so I selected this one. So here's to hoping that I do actually like this series. So now I have books number 1 and 2 in this series. If you have read any of these books in the series, please do let me know down below in the comments what you thought about it, because I haven't had anybody talk about it, so it will be really interesting to know. This next book that I have to share with you is One Dark Throne by Ken Blake. This is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns. I haven't read that yet. Yeah, I feel like I have all 3 editions of the first book because I got them, I think I bought one or got one for review or something like that, and then I think somewhere along the line I gained 2 other copies from an ex-friend's mum or something like that. So it's a long story, but anyway, I've got the sequel to it now. I don't normally read a lot of fantasy books, so hopefully I do enjoy this series. This next book I hadn't actually heard of before, but it does sound really intriguing, and this is Anne and Henry by Dawn Eos. And this is kind of like, I think, Henry VIII, but like during these times, so like Henry VIII during these years sort of thing. So I like the sound of that. So it's as if like Henry VIII, but so like Henry and Anne, get it? But yeah, hopefully I do enjoy this book. I haven't actually heard of this book before, so it would be interesting to see what it's like. These next 2 books are a couple of ARCs that they were just simply wanting to get rid of as long as we pay the postage, so I paid the postage for them. And the first ARC that I've got here is Along the Indigo by Elsie Chapman, and this book I haven't heard anybody talk about, but I know that it came out this year, I believe, or did it come out last year? I can't actually remember. March 2018, there we go. So it did come out this very year. but it did sound really intriguing with the synopsis, so I'm very happy that I have it. And the second ARC that came in the post is The Exact Opposite of Okay by Laura Steven. So I was very happy that I got a proof edition of this book because I've been seeing the actual finished copy in the stores, and really at the moment I don't have the amazing funds that it is to purchase finished copies, so to receive an ARC by just paying the postage I was very happy to receive. So not long back for a nice walk into the village that I live in. So I've done a real good bit of exercise, and I went into a charity shop whilst I was there. Unintentionally, I just kind of like last minute spare had this sort of feeling that I needed to go into there, and I ended up getting four books that I wouldn't have thought that I would have got, if I'm honest. So the first book that I actually picked up out of all of these, it's got to have been this one actually. Yes Please by Amy Poehler. So I'm not really like a major fan of this person. I haven't really watched a lot of things with them in. I know that they're some sort of writer, actress and producer and director, and yeah, so I'm not much, you know, into things like that, and also I don't really read a lot of autobiographies, but I've heard this one is really good. I've heard that it's really funny and sort of really uplifting, and that it's a very good autobiography, and it was only 80p, so I thought I couldn't go wrong even if I don't like it. But I just think if there's a readathon where you got to read a non-fiction book, or if there's a moment where I'm getting a bit too tired of fiction book, then I can give this a good read. So if you guys have read this, then do let me know down in the comments of what you thought about it. Okay, so the next book that I picked up was Camino Island by John Grisham. Now this book, ever since it's been released, has been eyeing me up. I didn't really want to pay full price for it because it's like an adult thriller and it's not the really sort of thing that I would read. However, it kind of gives me summer vibes, and I like the sound of the premise of this book, where it's saying that there are 5 manuscripts of F. Scott Fitzgerald novels which are valuable around the world, and all of a sudden they're disappeared. And yeah, so it sounds really cool, and it says Da Vinci Code meets Sherlock Holmes, so it sounds like it's going to be really interesting. And again, if you guys have given this a read, let me know down below in the comments what you thought about it. The third book that I picked up was A Dog's Purpose by W. Bruce Cameron. Now this has seen better days, I'm sure. It's creased spine and everything, but you know, it's a charity shop book. All their books were like 80p, and that sounds very good. I really like it. So this sounds like a really interesting sort of animal novel, and I'm really into my animal novels at the moment, hence reading Animal Arc and so on and so forth. So basically this person is reborn as a golden-haired puppy after a tragically short life as a stray mutt. So they search for new life's meanings, and they then end up in the loving arms of an 8-year-old Ethan, and they discover how to be a good dog. So this is just sort of saying like, will he ever find his purpose? And it's a heartwarming, insightful and laugh out loud funny. It's an emotional and hilarious story of a dog's many lives, but a dog's eye commentary on humans' relationships and the unbreakable bonds between man and man's best friend. So I feel like it's going to be really sort of moving, and yeah, so I'm excited to give this a read, so be surprised it's not a young adult novel that I've picked up. And the last book that I picked up from the charity shop is All Fall Down by Ali Carter. And this, I remember when it first was released, I looked at it and I was like, I don't know. You know, you just don't know. And all it just says on the back is that Grace is certain about 3 things: that she isn't crazy, her mother was murdered, and someday she's going to find the man with the scar, and then she is going to make him pay. And so it sounds really interesting. Danger, glamour, fun, everything a girl needs. So it sounds like it's going to be kind of like crime, where there's like YA crime. But this looks like it hasn't actually been read because the spine isn't creased at all. So I'm really happy that I have this one now. So I've got some more books that have come in the mail. I traded off my book Shell by Paula Wilson. It was an arc I had that I didn't really want anymore, and so I traded it for another arc, and this is Out of the Blue by Sophie Cameron, which came out near the end of March. And I had my eye on it when I went into Waterstones, like with the finished copy, and so I thought, you know what, just getting rid of my arc of Shell. You can't sell them, like you can't sell arcs, so I was just like, it's up for trade. So I did a trade for it, and this is the book that I got for it. This is about fallen angels and the main character who's lost their mother around the time that angels fell, so it sounds really awesome. The next book that I got from a Facebook selling book shop thing, like it was like a used bookshelf page on Facebook, and that is Flamecaster by Cinda Williams Chima. So this person was literally about to get rid of it and give it to a charity shop, and I was just like, that is way too good to give to a charity shop. And it's actually kind of chunky, and I love it. It's the American paperback as well, and I was just like, giving it to a UK charity shop, nah. So I got it for a couple of quid, and it's like metallic and shiny, and I've heard really good things about this series. I feel like you've got to read the Seven Realms first before reading this. I feel like you've got to read other series before you read this, but it just felt like it was too good to let them give it away, so I got it. And then they were literally like, I want to get rid of this, do you want it for free? And I was like, if you really don't want it, I can have it. I do own this book in the UK paperback, however, I can now get rid of the UK paperback, and now I've got the American one. So this one's really pretty. So I'm glad that I managed to get this. So it was kind of like a buy one, get one free sort of deal. So I'm really happy with these extra 3 books that have come from Facebook. I also have some editions that have come in. Now this book I actually pre-ordered. So this is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. This is her latest novel. I pre-ordered it and it's finally come in. I don't have a clue what this book is about, so I can't really give you a synopsis because I still haven't looked, but I'm really excited and happy that I've got her new and latest novel. The other 4 books I have to share with you, they are completely together, and that is the Chamber of Secrets 20th Anniversary Edition. These are the hardbacks. You'll be seeing these going around, I'm sure. This is what they look on this side, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just quickly share with you each and every one. So this is Ravenclaw's one, and this is what this one looks like. If I open the flap, got the blue font, and then each and every one of these books you have a little thing in the front to do with the house, and then you also have a little introductory on each house, so it has something there about Ravenclaw, so that's snazzy. So I'll move on to Slytherin. So this is what Slytherin looks like. It's an awesome green there, and yet again a little bit of Slytherin on the inside, and then the introduction to Slytherin as well. So that's Slytherin. Then I'm going to go into Gryffindor, the red book. It's lovely and metallic and shiny, it's really beautiful. So this has got the red font. Again, Gryffindor, and then we got the introduction to Gryffindor in this one. And also guys, I just want to show you that they have this map in each and every one of them as well, so that's really pretty. For any Harry Potter fan, old or new, I think you should get them. This is the Hufflepuff one. These are the hardbacks. I think the hardbacks are more pretty than the paperbacks, so that's why. And also, I'm a fan of hardbacks, so look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Hufflepuff. Introduction to Hufflepuff. And again, just to show you, there's that map. Yeah, if you like maps and books, it's all for it. Hufflepuff is my house, so obviously I take more pride in this book. However, I got all 4 hardbacks of the first book when they had the 20th anniversary of the very first book, Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone if you're from the USA. And these are going to look absolutely beautiful on the shelf. Look at these guys. I mean, either way, they'll look beautiful. But I have no shame in getting them. I have no self-control, but I have no shame. So I know that I'll love these and treasure these just as much as I do with the first book. I had another book that came in the mail. This was a sort of last impulse buy because I was reading the books in the Animal Arc series, and then I was looking at my list and there's sort of like a first sort of special book. Like they have the Animal Arc series, but then they have like special books like Summer Special and like this special and like Christmas special, things like that. And this is the first one that comes, I think, after book number 12, and that is Sheepdog in the Snow by Lucy Daniels. So I got this from eBay, I got it used, so it was really cheap. It was like less than £2 including postage, so it was a complete bargain. And that's so that if I read the next several books in the Animal Arc series like next month, then I can go on to this special edition from there and like slot it in like after book 12. So I'm really happy that I managed to get hold of this really cheaply. I've got another book that's come in the post, and that is a pre-order, which is The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. This is the latest book that's in the Darkest Mind series, and on the inside we got these little electric lightning bolts. Nothing too fancy, but it's nice that they all match my other books that are in the series. They still got that sort of metallic look. I never knew that there was going to be another book in this series, and it's based, I think, on this character called Sue, if I remember. But Darkest Minds is going to be made into a movie, which I'm really excited about. Darkest Minds is on my reread list behind the shelf here somewhere, so I'm looking very much to rereading that book. But yeah, I'm so super happy that I have this book now, and it's beastliness because it's over 500 pages, but can't wait to read all of this series because I actually really enjoyed the first book and I've never actually continued. I've reread it twice. First time I think I gave it 4 stars, and then the second time I gave it 5 stars. So I'm really looking forward to reading it and seeing what I think about it again. So I'm just going to also quickly show you the 2 books that my good friend Minx Laura sent me. Hey Laura, I know you're going to be watching because you watch every one of my videos, but she sent a really nice note, and inside it, and I'll just show you the note again because I did put it in my vlog because I unboxed it live in my vlog. There's a little note here with like mermaids and dolphins on, and it says, "Hey girlie, hope you like the books, thanks for being awesome, hugs from Minxie." So I'm literally going to stick this in my diary because I really like these sort of things, and it's really cute. So she sent me Riley Sager's latest book because she read it and she really enjoyed it. I've got Riley's other book and I want to actually plonk them on my August TBR so I can sort of like read them both, because I think August is going to be the month of like summaries but as well as like thrillers, because we're going from the summer nearly to the autumn, which I know is kind of in September sometime, I think. So yeah, I'm like between August and September I'll be reading these books. So thank you very much for sending me that one. And the other book she sent me was The Pharmacist's Wife by Vanessa Tate. Haven't actually heard of this book before, and obviously I don't own it, so Minx Laura 123 Rocky's World, you know exactly the books that I own for some reason. I'm not sure if that's creepy or not, but who knows? Who knows? So this literally is just saying that they open a pharmacy in Victorian Edinburgh. She expects a white, well-heeled gentleman, but her ideal is turned to ashes when she discovers her husband is not what he seems. What? Okay, so sounds like it's going to be really creepy. Love, desire, vengeance, and deadly alchemy. Oh my god, this is giving me like Frankenstein sort of feels. So who knows? Maybe I will like it, but it's also blue. So yeah, thank you very much Laura for sending me these couple of books again. Thank you. I got some more books to haul for you guys. I got these in charity shops in Ringwood. and I got these on the 28th of July. So from Sue Ryder I got these couple of books. Enid Blyton, I've got 5 Give Up the Booze and 5 on Brexit Island. I've always been curious about these sort of books, just to see like what they're like and stuff. I know they're kind of like stories, like funny stories, so I just kind of wanted to see what these books are like. And one was £1.50, the other was £2, so I thought absolute steal. The next one that I got from Sue Ryder is You and Me Always by Jill Mansell. So this is a chick lit sort of book, and this one sounded really good. It was actually the tagline which made me pull out the book. It just says love comes and goes, friends are forever. And this is about Lily. Her mother dies and her mum's best friend Patsy, her old babysitter, and then there's this Dan, and he's always been there for her. And I think there's some sort of like friendship and romance sort of thing going on, so I just think, yeah, it just sounded really interesting, and it was only like £1.50 from the charity shop, so an absolute steal. And then from the same charity shop I also got The Vet by Luke Gamble, My Wild and Wonderful Friends. So this guy's obviously a vet. I love vet stuff, I love animals, so I just thought, yeah, this would be interesting. It just says it's a heartwarming true story of Luke Gamble, who is an eager and new vet whose dream is to do good and find his place in the world. Things, however, are never quite that straightforward. So he's thrust into the real world of veterinary medicine, farmers, endless out of hours of work, nasty biting squirrels, frogs' eyeballs, and the devastation of the foot and mouth outbreak. A story of the first year, friends for life, and it's told with all the nature storytelling appeal of James Herriot. So yeah, I just think it just sounds interesting, and definitely some sort of non-fiction book that I would like to read. And the final book that I got from Sue Ryder is The Reading Group by Elizabeth Noble. Obviously the reading group is what caught my attention, and this is about new beginnings and happy endings, about this reading group which is just born, about all these members that are struggling to go through all sorts of things. And yeah, I just thought it sounds like a good sort of chick lit laugh. Then the second charity shop I went into, their books are buy one get one free. So the book that I actually picked up was The Vicar of Dibley, The Great Big Companion to Dibley by Richard Curtis and Paul Mayhew Archer. Vicar of Dibley is one of my favourite comedy shows ever, and it looks like it's got some sort of like scripts in here, like from the show, which I think sounds interesting. There's like doodles and stuff and pictures, and I just think, yeah, this would be really, really great to read as well as another non-fiction sort of book. So then I had to choose the book for free, and the book that I actually was looking at first was this book right here, which is The Keeper by David Baldacci. This is the sequel to The Finisher, which is right here on the back of the book, and I do actually have that book. So I just thought, hey, what if I like the first book? Now I've got the second and I've got this for free. So I thought that was awesome. So these were like charity shop sort of bargains that I got today on the 28th. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of this book haul. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up if you have. If you have read any of these books, or if you'd be interested in any of these books, please do comment down below, because I always like to hear your thoughts on the books. And if there's any books that you would like me to give a read and review, you can let me know down below in the comments as well. And if you are new to my channel, then please feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more of my face and more of my videos. And if you have any other video suggestions that you would like me to do, you can comment that down below as well. I don't have a specific schedule when it comes to uploading videos, so if you don't want to miss a video that I upload, then you can click on the bell icon notification down below the video, and that will let you know as soon as I've uploaded a video. But all in all, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching again. I love you all to pieces. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!